at 6.
A new name for the peak. Why it will soon be called something else. Plus.
And to find $44,000 on your bill, you just kind of stop and say, what are we going to do?
Tonight, the struggle and how lawmakers plan to fix it and help you. Those stories in just a moment.
But first, the story everyone's talking about right now, the return of winter.
Boy, did it ever come on back, huh? Wind chills were in the mid-20s most of the morning. We had some snow in Oklahoma. That snow now is gone, and skies have cleared nicely here in Oklahoma City. And we have a cold night ahead. Clouds act like a blanket, and we're losing that blanket as skies have quickly cleared. And we're up near the high for the day, 48 degrees. It's still in the low 40s in far eastern Oklahoma. McAllister, 43. Hard to believe it is April the 20th. And low 50s in the southwestern parts of our state. There goes the snow. It's skirted just around the metro to the north and to the northeast, but Enid, Ponca City, the Perry area near Stillwater, Tulsa, Stroud, all had some snow. And this afternoon, snow in Branson, snowing in St. Louis. Let's show you some video from this morning early up near the Kansas-Oklahoma border from Corey Inman. Sideways snow there on April the 20th. And we had some heavier snow up around Tulsa during the early afternoon hours, but now skies have cleared. That was from our storm trackers. So here's your Tuesday evening. Get ready to cover those plants tonight as skies clear. Temperatures drop off fast. The winds go light. 38 degrees by 10 o'clock, guys. Record lows are in the forecast for tonight. I'll check that out and have that forecast moments away.
Thank you, Mike. We are staying on top of breaking news right now. 2 people shot at 2 different locations in northeast Oklahoma City. One seen at Northeast 36th and Kelly, another just a few blocks away at Northeast 36th and Lindsay. Police telling us one person was shot in the face. We will keep you updated. Also tonight, sticker shock for some people.
Right. Listen to this. A local retirement home hit with a whopping $44,000 gas bill after February's Arctic blast. Now they're worried about, of course, how they're going to pay it. News 4's Brent Skarkey is live at our Capitol tonight with more. Brent?
Well, Kevin, today lawmakers here at the Capitol making moves to help Oklahomans pay the $4.5 billion energy costs accrued in February as those commodity prices spiked. But now Washington officials are weighing in.
At first I thought it had to be a misprint.
The director of this Northwest Oklahoma City retirement home talking about this, a gargantuan energy bill from the February storm.
Well, our normal gas bill runs around $700 to $900 a month. This month I opened the gas bill and it was $44,000. I was going to need CPR. It was just such a shock.
So what's being done to help bill payers?
They are going to pay what they owe, right? But what this is going to do is allow them to spread that out over a period of time so they don't feel the effect of it all at once.
On Tuesday, 2 Senate bills easily passing through the House, now slated for the governor's desk, that would help most Oklahomans that use companies like OG&E, ONG, and PSO. But the retirement home bought their gas from a company in Texas. ONG just delivered it.
It's unfortunate when they elect to go through a third-party vendor on that, and it makes it very difficult for us to be able to help them in those situations.
Senator James Leewright says hearings will be held shortly to discuss how the state can prevent this from happening again. But since a lot of the energy buying crosses state lines, he says it will be up to Washington to make a move.
On the stock market, whenever there's tremendous runs or falls, they have stock gaps. We probably need to see something from the federal level on commodity markets also. If there was concerns of pushback from oil and gas, I was elected to do what's best for the state as a whole.
Well, I reached out to U.S. Senator James Lankford. He tells me this incident is a clear sign that Oklahoma needs a variety of options when it comes to energy sources in those times. House Democrats here at the state capitol are also calling for the state to recoup the monies earned by the energy companies to use those for Oklahoma bill payers to pay off their bills. And let me get you up to date on a developing situation that's happening right now behind me in the rotunda on the 4th floor. These are members of OK2A, the Oklahoma Second Amendment Association. They are rallying right now in protest of House Bill 1237, or rather House Bill 1236. They are now lobbying for House Bill 1237. It is a debate going on between the House and Senate over a bill that involves executive order, the right for Oklahoma to actually not abide by certain moves made by the president. They say that the Second Amendment rights are very important, and that's why they're rallying. We'll continue to cover the situation, but a large group here at the Capitol today rallying on the 4th floor. We are live at the state capitol. Brett Skarkey, Oklahoma's News 4.
Thank you, Brent. Also updating breaking news, a man struggling to survive after being shot and left for dead in the parking lot of an apartment complex near Hefner and Western. News 4's Emily Akins with new details.
Oklahoma City police still trying to piece together what happened here at this apartment complex, but the people we spoke with who live around here say they didn't hear anything.
It's really shocking. It's really scary.
Neighbors on edge after police found a man with multiple gunshot wounds at their apartment complex.
That those kind of things can happen in this area, it's terrifying for me.
He was found around 4:30 Tuesday morning at the Cottage Apartments in northeast Oklahoma City.
My husband leaves for work at 4 o'clock in the morning, and so just knowing that if he had accidentally not locked the door or something like that.
Police say someone was driving through the parking lot and noticed the victim lying on the ground. Investigators at the scene told News 4 the victim was shot multiple times, at least once in the stomach.
Investigators and CSI units are on the scene trying to piece together exactly what happened.
The victim fighting for his life for hours.
I'm so sorry for the family. No matter who that was, they deserved so much better, no matter what.
And police tell us they're not sure who did this or why.
That's a horrible crime to commit. I hope that it's still a safe community because there's children here and there's elderly, and it's important that we have somewhere to be safe.
In northeast Oklahoma City, Emily Akins, Oklahoma's News 4.
At last check, the victim was still in critical condition. Police still do not have any suspect information.
New coronavirus numbers out this evening, just 75 new positive cases. And the CDC has revised our original death toll. It is down. That is why it is -1. Right now, 191 Oklahomans are hospitalized.
Also tonight, the back and forth battle over Medicaid in our state. The governor moving forward with a plan to privatize it. Others saying that plan will put the health care of hundreds of thousands of Oklahomans at risk. News 4's Hunter McCatherine is at the Capitol tonight.
We want to do what's best to ensure a stronger, healthier Oklahoma for years to come, and privatized MCO management is not the way to do this.
Our basic premise is that we're 46 in the country in health outcomes, and we've been there for a long time. And this is a time for us to make a difference.
Both sides weighing in on the future of Oklahoma's Medicaid expansion, expressing both the pros and cons to News 4 on Tuesday. One of the main points against the governor's proposed privatized Medicaid plan that the state has already done it before, and it failed.
We tried it in the 90s. It did not work. We have no reason to believe that it would be any more successful this time than it was previously.
But the CEO of the Oklahoma Healthcare Authority disagrees, saying this new program is different than the past, assuring both healthcare workers and Oklahomans they have nothing to worry about.
Many of the things that they are worried about with regards to timely payment, denial rates, authorization timeframes, and things of that nature, that is all in our contract, and it was all based on the input that we received, both from them and other states that have gone through and had success with managed care programs.
Another con from the coalition, a change in budget percentages. They say would mean less dollars for Oklahoma patients.
When Oklahoma voted to expand Medicaid, they did so with the vision that we would expand our current system with OHCA operating on a 4% budget for administrative costs. The new MCO plan allows for 15% administration costs. How can we think that a plan that reduces services by 40% but increases our administrative costs is something that's good for the health of Oklahoma?
Corbett explaining those percentages will be used more efficiently under the new program, saying some of the new administrative costs would actually go towards services.
We made some actuarial assumptions to determine how much that should be, and there were some assumptions on reductions and reductions on certain types of services, not denial of services, but reductions in the number of days in a hospital and things of that nature. It's not a 40% reduction in service. We're going to pay for all services that are medically necessary.
In Oklahoma City, Hunter McCatherine, Oklahoma's News 4.
The coalition has been vocal in their support of the Senate Bill 131, which was set to be voted on today in the House. This, to them, is a better option to help with funding the expanded Medicaid than the governor's privatized plan.
Hey, the home of the Oklahoma City Thunder will be getting a new name. The team saying today it's in the process of securing new naming rights for what's currently called the Chesapeake Energy Arena and affectionately known as the Peak. Chesapeake Energy has told the team due to financial restructuring, it's terminating the naming rights effective immediately. The arena will still be called Chesapeake Arena until a new long-term deal is reached with someone else.
The northeast side of Oklahoma City is finally getting a grocery store. The Market at East Point officially opens tomorrow. It's been a long time coming. The northeast part of the city dubbed a food desert after the only grocery store closed there 2 years ago.
We actually can all come together in a display of unity that's bigger than sort of the cycles we've gotten stuck in and do something that's really incredible together.
The grand opening is tomorrow at 9 a.m. Tonight, an honor for Oklahoma's News 4.
And we are thrilled by this because we've been recognized by the Oklahoma Education Association with the prestigious Marshall Gregory Award for our coverage of positive stories happening in our Oklahoma schools.
Thank you for promoting what's going on that's good in our schools.
KFOR, along with our sponsor of What's Right with Our Schools, Just Kids Pediatrics, are honored to help shine the light on the teachers, students, and programs encouraging excellence in and out of classrooms across Oklahoma.
Alicia Priest, president of the OEA, said these stories make a difference and they let Oklahomans know about good things happening in our schools.
The What's Right with Our Schools series has promoted so much greatness and provided spiritual renewal for a lot of our educators and the viewers that watch it.
Congratulations to our team in front of and behind the cameras and Dr. Angela Yaffe of Just Kids Pediatrics.
Well, your plants are probably really on your mind. It will freeze tonight. A lot of frost as well. A record low appears to be just about guaranteed as skies now have cleared. And the lack of that blanket of cloud cover is going to guarantee a cold night tonight. We'll track that. Also a chance of some severe weather perhaps out there. Your forecast coming up.